If I would love to have had better influences on me at certain points in my life when I was growing up, I think my generation with some of the TV and some of the news cycles and some of the advertisement stuff for that, they really didn't do us any service. And we were latchkey kids, right? So we did get a lot more influence from the TV and from advertisements than we should have gotten. And because our parents had to work, they had to provide. They grew up in a completely different environment where that wasn't always on top of them. My parents didn't have a TV in the home, but we did. And they didn't understand the dangers of it like we do now because we've experienced it. I would have very much liked to have had been more involved in church growing up because my family wasn't, and to get some of the values and lessons and have that to build on. I would have liked to have said that my wife is the only partner that I've ever been with in life. That's probably the biggest regret in my life is I did have other partners before my wife, but I didn't have the azimuth of what was good, what was true, what was the right path. So my awakening to religion happened in the military after an accident when I probably shouldn't be here today. And I said, I've got to figure this thing out. I think there's a little bit more to this than just this sack of meat and bones that's here. And what does that look like? And I approached it very methodically and logically. I went out to just about every religious institution that you can think of. I read the Quran. I read the Talmud. I read the Bible, of course. I read the Orthodox Bible. I went to every denomination that you could think of involving Christianity. Plus, I did go to a Muslim church. I ruled them out very, very quickly, but I did go and listen to a couple of mosque services. And I went to a Judea service as well. And I went to a Mormon and ruled that one out very quickly for me. It just wasn't for me. But when I started, figuring this stuff out and where it is that I wanted to be, I settled on Catholicism for me. And the reason it's one's not better than the other, one's not got something that the other one doesn't. But for me, I like tradition. I like ceremony. I like the reverence. I like the organizational structure of it.